Turkey's much-desired membership of the European Union is impossible if it introduces the death penalty. That's the united message from the EU top diplomats meeting in Brussels. Gunmen armed with machine guns opened fire near a police headquarters, shooting dead 3 officers, 1 civilian and leaving 8 others in critical condition. That's in Kazakhstan's city of Almaty. An anti-terror operation is now underway. Donald Trump is set to be named as the official Republican nominee for America's top job as the party's convention opens later today. Welcome to RTHQ, just gone 3 p.m. here in Moscow. I'm Daniel Hawkins, thanks for joining us this hour. Turkey cannot be a member of the EU if it introduces the death penalty. That's the message from EU diplomats in Brussels. RT's Peter Oliver has more.
No country can become a EU member state if it introduces that penalty.
The EU foreign policy chiefs are currently meeting in Brussels. The unifying message has been real concern for what comes next in post-coup Turkey.
Justice must be done, but in the framework of institutions, not by using methods which could lead to authoritarian power.
The new discussion about the death penalty, it's very difficult for the European Union to agree on that.
And we will certainly support bringing the perpetrators of the coup to justice, but we also caution against a reach that goes well beyond that.
Why are they so concerned? It's because they've been watching these pictures. Horrific scenes of pro-Erdogan crowds beating soldiers that took part in the coup, sometimes beating them to a bloody pulp. We've also seen images and heard of lynchings taking place. Some of those images we can't show you here on RT. They're just far too graphic for us to be able to broadcast. Really violent scenes in Istanbul as well as in the capital of Ankara. But another concern for those EU foreign policy chiefs is calls on the streets of Turkey for a reintroduction of the death penalty.
The will of the people cannot be pushed to one side. This is your right. The death penalty may be discussed by the relevant institutions according to the Constitution, and a decision may be taken.
Well, the EU foreign ministers sending a unified message, though, to Turkey. If you impose or reimpose the death penalty, then there's no way that EU membership negotiations can move along. They've said unanimously, almost, that no EU member state can have the death penalty. But what we are seeing, though, is a large amount of arrests taking place across Turkey. Almost 8,000 military personnel have been suspended, over 6,000 arrests, 3,000 judges and prosecutors, as well as top brass in the military. 100 generals and admirals also been taken into custody. One of the EU's chief commissioners, though, said that the way that the arrests have been carried out suggests that they could have been planned in advance.
At least something has been prepared. I mean, the lists are available already after the event indicates that this was prepared.
The European Union foreign policy chiefs watching closely what happens now in Turkey following this failed coup that tried to take place over the weekend.
Lode Van Oost, former Deputy Speaker of the Belgian Parliament, told me Ankara's possible introduction of the death penalty is a good excuse for the many in the EU who don't want Turkey in.
This is, again, a good excuse for many people who in the EU do not want Turkey to become a member state of the European Union. On the other hand, for the moment, in the present situation, I don't think President Erdogan is going to be very much impressed. I mean, this whole thing of Turkey eventually becoming a member of the European Union has been going on for more than 30 years now. So, well, for the moment, I will say if that's the things go, it won't stop them. So, no, that is not to be taken very... I mean, it is valid, it is an excuse for many, but it's not going to really impress the president of Turkey for the moment, no.